Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, we will talk about pre-listening activities. Pre-listening activities mean the things you have to do before listening. They are very important because if you do pre-listening activities, you will understand the listening text better. There are some activities you can do in pre-listening, but here we will only discuss two of them: previewing tasks and making predictions. Previewing tasks helps you focus because you could know what information you need. Making predictions helps you know what you will hear. Knowing what information you need and what you will hear can help you understand recording better and answer the questions better. Before we continue, take this time to pause the video and get your AT exercise book ready. Then turn to page 17. I'm going to use this AT listening exercise to demonstrate how to preview tasks and make predictions. Are you ready? Let's start. The very first step that I have to do is to read the instruction. Look at it. Kenny and his mom are at the supermarket. They are filling in a customer survey form. Listen carefully and complete the survey form. According to the instruction you have just read, you predict that you are going to hear a conversation between Kenny and his mom. They are in the supermarket and talking about the survey form they are filling in. In case you don't know what a customer survey form is, what should you do then? No worries, you just have to find whether there are any clues in the listening text that can help you guess the meaning of the words. You see, the words customer survey form are also printed here. When you look at the graphic, you see it's a piece of paper. From the clues, you should be able to guess that customer survey form is a piece of paper printed with boxes, gaps, or tables in which answers to questions needed to be filled in. After reading the instruction, you need to skim through the listening text. From the text, you know that the name of the supermarket is KK Supermarket, and the date of doing survey is the 5th of November. Now, let's walk through all the questions in the form and make predictions together. Read the question. How many times a week do you visit our supermarket? Then, read each of the options. 1 to 2 times, 3 to 4 times, 5 to 6 times, 7 times. When you make predictions, use your personal experience to help you. Think about your supermarket shopping experience and ask yourself, how many times a week do you visit a supermarket? Then use the process of elimination to cross out the answers which are less possible. According to my own experience, I don't think I have time to go to the supermarket every day or 5 to 6 times a week, so these two options are less possible. So I'm going to put a cross next to them. Now, there are 2 possible answers left. Both of them might be correct, but as far as I know, most of the people go to the supermarket 1 to 2 times a week, so I predict the first option should be the best answer. That's why I'm going to put a tick next to the first option. Then I will confirm my answer when I listen to the recording. Using the process of elimination not only saves time, it greatly increases your likelihood of selecting the correct answer. Look at question 2. How much do you usually spend in our supermarket each time? Again, read each of the options. This time, you see different amounts of money, so you predict that you will hear information with numbers. So you need to have a self-check to see whether you know how to read all those numbers in English. This one, 100. This one, 101. Do you know how to read this one? How about this one? In this listening exercise, there is one more question for which you hear information with numbers. Do you know which question I'm talking about? Yes, correct. Question 5. You see the word mobile, so you know that you will hear information about mobile phone number. If you find that you don't familiar with the pronunciation of numbers, please watch the relevant video posted in Google Classroom. When you can say these words, I'm sure you can recognize the words while listening. Look at the table in question 3. There are several words in the table which are used to describe how often something is done. If you know the meanings of the words, you absolutely can answer the question better. Seldom means almost never. Sometimes means on some occasions, but not always or often. Always means every time, all the time. Question 4. You are listening for a type of goose. So before listening, you need to activate the vocabulary already in your head. Types of goods. Can you name some of them? I'm sure you can. At the same time, you can refer to this list. But keep it in mind that is a general list only. It does not include all types of goods that you can find in a supermarket. Anyway, I'm sure now you know what specific information you need to listen to for this question. Question 6. You see the word email, so you know that you will hear information about an email address. The general format of an email address consists of 2 parts. It is username and @domain. I'm going to give you an example. This is my email address. The first part is lmc880094 and the other part is @bstwlmc.edu.hk. The symbol identifies the name of a mailbox. This is often the username of the recipient. In this example, is LMC880094, But take note that usually this part is written in English name. We have walked through all the questions together. I think you are ready to do your listening exercise. You will listen to the recording twice. For the first time, listen and select your answer. Then, listen again and check if you have chosen correctly. To sum up, we have looked at 2 activities we need to do in pre-listening. Previewing tasks. You need to read the instructions to find out who are talking and where the people are talking. Then you have to skim the listening text so that you know what information you need. We also went over making predictions. You need to predict what you are going to hear by reading the options and using the process of elimination to choose the possible answers. Besides, when you make predictions, you need to keep asking yourself questions like, do I have similar personal experience? Do I know how to say the words or the phrases that I expect to listen in the recording? When I read the questions and the options, do I know the meanings of the words? I hope you will use the skills that you learned from this video when you're doing listening activities. See you next time. Bye bye.